and meet rock star Ozzy Osbourne. Not a regular guy, a man who may have contacted rabies by biting the head off a bat at a recent concert.
We're going to show you some things tonight that people come from all over the world to see.
For instance, if I were just to raise my hand, what do you think would happen?
Well... Aha!
A little slow, but there it is.
Slow burning house.
We're at Universal Studios.
We're going to take you on a special tour later on. I'm Melody Rogers.
I'm Steve Edwards. Welcome
to Two on the Town.
When I was in prison, I was in a cell with a guy who was a pimp, and he'd killed 3 prostitutes because they hadn't paid him. Beat them to death with an iron bar or something.
John Osbourne was scared by his prison experience, so in order to stay out from behind bars, he needed a career. He chose music. It not only changed his life, it changed his name to Ozzy Osbourne.
Everyone goes through changes. Look at the body
From 1969 through 1978, Ozzy was the driving force behind the demonic Black Sabbath, a group that had 7 gold records. Not bad, considering Osbourne's qualifications.
I can't read music. I don't even know a key of singing. I can't play an instrument either.
In spite of that, or maybe because of that, Ozzy Osbourne has made 2 solo albums. We caught up with Ozzy in Los Angeles as he relaxed between recent concert dates.
Shaz, would you just bend over on your knees, please, Don, just for 1 sec?
Oh, with that? Are you crazy? I wouldn't go near him with that. I'd end up in my back. Just for fun.
His manager, Sharon Arden.
Where would you like us to go? Would you like us to go over to the fireplace?
And set fire to each other. I'm a certified schizophrenic. I'm on constant tranquilizers prescribed by the doctor. And it's a weird thing to be in, you know. It's like, it's a weird situation to be in, because at any given time it can just happen, you know. I'm insane. I suppose it's my way of saying to people, hey, I'm here. I'm just bizarre. I always have been bizarre. I'm just like a likeable lunatic. I'm not getting up that early.
You have to, my darling.
I don't go to bed till 7.
I know. Well, then don't go to bed at 2, because the car's coming at 9.
You can come at 9. I'm not going. I ain't going.
This is what we were going to call this tour, the I'm Not Doing It tour. Because every time there's anything said that he has to do, he says, I'm not doing it.
But 9 o'clock's a bit uncivilized.
No, it's not.
Of course it is.
No, it's not.
9 o'clock in the morning?
9 o'clock in the morning.
Who in their right mind wakes up at 9 o'clock in the morning?
Everybody but us.
You've been out on tour for weeks and weeks, and I've had this on my mind for so much time.
It's the biggest production I've had. It's like a dream like I had, but the dream isn't what I really had. It's turned into something far better than that, you know?
The show's about a lot of magic tricks. That's what we started off with, a lot of crazy things happening, which we've got in here.
Like I use a midget, a dwarf, as he so correctly put me right. He's not a midget, he's a dwarf, and he's... I do some tricks with this
We'll show you the dwarf's entrance here. The dwarf comes up...
Giving that one away. Not anymore.
Well,
not
the
anymore.
dwarf comes up through this entrance here.
People get this desire to see horror. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. All it is a guy running around the house chopping people up with a chainsaw. And it was a big seller, you know. And all I'm doing is putting Halloween on the road every night.
There are those who say that Ozzy carried Halloween a bit too far last year when, at a record business executive meeting, he bit the head off a dove.
The original idea was I had bought these 2 doves to throw up in the air when I walked in to make this sort of, like, I'm here. Well, I looked at these faces and they were all like, And so I thought, well, throw the carcass on the table, which they all just went, you know, freaked them out, you know. I mean, what's the big deal? I mean, it's just a dove.
He is the most romantic man I've ever met in my life.
Sharon is making plans to wed Ozzy. It will be his second attempt.
I was married before, and for 10 years, and I drove it insane with it.
In the morning, what he'll do is he'll come in the morning and he'll go out in the garden and pick me a flower and wake me up and stick it under my nose. And we have like candlelight dinners by ourselves, and he's totally something that nobody would ever expect Ozzy Osbourne to do.
I've now met someone else that's as insane as me.
I'm a professional lunatic. That's why I think actually he's marrying me so he doesn't have to give me 20% anymore.
Sharon?
Yes, my darling?
Being an outsider, what do you think of the human race?
This is just a show for you guys. I mean, when you leave, he'll probably start getting the hammer out and bashing me around the room.
So for Ozzy and Sharon, the future holds an attempt at marital bliss. And as for Ozzy's career...
People say, how long can you go on for? And I say, well, there's never been a 50 or 60-year-old rock and roll star yet. I'm going to go for it.